Today we're talking about recovery. Hey, it's Bryan with some more Bomber Beta. Thanks for joining me on this beautiful day in Joe's Valley. You guys can take in a little bit of the scenery here. It's absolutely beautiful out today. You guys will see another video that I shot on today, either before or after this. I haven't decided yet. But anyways, I want to talk a little bit about recovery because a lot of people have been asking me about this in my Discord server. Guys, go ahead and check that link out in the description. It's totally free. Like I said, I don't really make any money on here. I do want to make a small edit to what I said in the previous video. I do post affiliate links. That is at no charge to you guys, but like if I do a shoe review or something like that, and you guys decide to click that link, I might make a small commission, but I have not made very much money on there. That's why I say I don't make any money on you. But anyways, getting back to the real thing. Now, I recently got a comment because I suggested using these little things. They're called acupuncture rings. No idea why they're called acupuncture rings. But this guy was super offended that I said that and said they don't work. Now, a lot of people get really triggered on here because they think I'm some type of expert. I would say I'm definitely not an expert. I don't think I've ever said I was an expert. I'm not a medical professional, not a trainer. I'm not a nutritionist, not a certified guide or something like that. I'm just telling you what I do, and if I ever make it sound like I'm telling you to do something, it's just a figure of speech. So don't get offended because I'm pretending to be an expert, because I'm definitely not. And yeah, anyways, if anything, since I started this channel, talking to you guys and you know, seeing what you guys have to say and learning more about climbing, I'd say that I kind of know less now than I did before, in a way. Like, more so that I've learned that there's so much to actually know. And yeah, there's no way that I'm an expert, and anybody who says they are, props to you. I think that there's always stuff to learn, and I'm always excited to learn things. But anyways, getting to the point of this video is talking about recovery and, you know, what we do to try to recover after we climb. Now, the first thing that I'd have to say is, like, you know, I brought a couple things with me to make this video about recovery, but I wouldn't focus on these things as much as I would focus on like the two most important parts of recovery. The first being not this acupuncture ring. The first being getting enough sleep. I think this is 100% the most important thing to do. If you guys aren't sleeping a good amount, you guys are going to struggle to recover fully. And this means like sleeping over 8 hours, preferably. I read somewhere, I'll try to post a link to where I read it, but Lebron James supposedly sleeps like 12 hours a night when he's playing. And, you know, just like, I think Rodger Federer does that as well. These guys are extremely dominant athletes in their field. So, you know, not to say that you have to sleep for 12 hours a night, but just really focus on like getting that sleep and, you know, getting enough rest to actually recover enough is really important. So I think the second most important thing is going to be getting enough protein in your diet. I'm not going to quote like numbers or anything because I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not an expert, I'm just telling you what I do. But like, I think getting like a good protein shake after you go and climb or do a workout is really important. And just overall getting like a healthy, you know, diet of like, you know, unprocessed, like good hearty foods, like, is going to be really important. High protein with lots of good micronutrients as well. Again, not a nutritionist, but just so you know, I just think that's a really good idea, and it should help you. And the research seems to suggest that, although I'm not going to cite the hundreds of thousands of papers that have been written on this subject. You guys can go find those yourself. Now, if we're talking more about like the little things that we do to try to kind of gain an edge, again, don't focus on these things, but these are things that you can do while you're awake and not eating. Because the only times that we can sleep are when we're sleeping, and the only times that we can nourish ourselves are when we're eating. And both of those things leave about maybe 10 hours in the day for us to do something else. Now, I would say that doing something like rolling your fingers out with this, it feels good. I don't know if it actually helps, and I don't think anybody will ever know if it actually helps. But it feels really good, and it keeps recovery top of mind for you. Just having this thing sitting around in your pocket, like, it makes you think, like, I need to recover today. Like, I need to eat well. Like, I need to make sure I get enough sleep tonight. Like, I need to make sure I'm doing stretching. I need to make sure that I'm, focusing on my skin condition, because that's like another huge thing that I'll make a video on in the future. But like, grabbing one of these little like Metolius ball things, and like, I'll leave an affiliate link down below to this stuff. And it's no cost to you to click those links, just an FYI. But using this little thing, like, it's super, super nice to just like have this to kind of like, I don't know, get the blood going, like move your fingers a little bit. I'd say like, if I use this thing every day, which typically I do, I'm going to feel a lot better, and my hands are going to feel healthier, my fingers are going to feel healthier than when I don't use it. This is actually one thing I've been using recently. It's like this like little adjustable spring grip thing, and you can kind of like grab it different ways. You can grab it with only using, like, this was how like a normal person would grab it and squeeze it. But like, as climbers, we can use it kind of on our fingertips, and you're essentially doing a full crimp there. And that's like a good way to really get some good tension built up in the pulleys and in the flexor tendons, and kind of help warm yourself up. I would say, like, when I'm driving to the crag, which typically is going to take less than an hour, if I'm doing like a day trip or something like that, I'm going to be squeezing this thing on very low resistance, probably the whole drive. If not, I'm going to be, if I can find where I put this, I'm going to be rolling my fingers out with this. If I feel a tweak or something, I'm probably going to focus on that point. Do I know that it helps? No. Do I think that it helps? Yes. And is that enough that it is worth it? I think so. So anyways, using this, I think is a really good way to warm up. I think it's a really good thing to use on your rest days, because I feel like just sitting around and doing nothing is not going to help you get better at climbing. I think stretching is really good. Dynamic stretching, at least from the limited scientific research that I've done, seems to be better for keeping strength muscles. Although I think stretching your lower body is in a static way is probably okay. But I'm going to let you guys do your research on stretching somewhere else, for someone that actually is an expert on stretching. Another really good thing to do is foam rolling, or doing one of these kind of like arm aid things, or kind of like squeezing. You can put your forearms through and stuff like that. That stuff is great. The Theracane is really good. You kind of like hold it there and use it. I have one of those with me a lot of the times as well. So yeah, just keeping recovery top of mind is really important. And we use these kind of dumb tools just to, I don't know, kind of promote good thoughts and stuff, but also it might help you a little bit. I know that there's been some evidence of showing better recovery with foam rolling, for example, and there's a really long word that I can't remember of what it actually is. It's like myofasc something. But anyways, it's taking the time and the effort to recover is going to help you progress in your climbing faster. It's going to let you climb more things, and it's also going to help you climb harder things, because if we never recover, we're never going to get better at climbing. If you can recover 1 day faster, or 6 hours faster, or 12 hours faster than you did by doing something like this, that means that you can get 2 more workouts in the week or something like that, or you can try 2 more boulders that week and be fully recovered. So I mean, I would say, why would you not do this kind of stuff? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense not to. So I hope you guys like this video. Again, these are just my opinions. But yeah, if you guys want any of this stuff, you guys can check out one of the links below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one.